Feel the power. 510 horsepower. 1400 RPMs, just lugging it.
Hey guys, just a reminder, this is part 2 of the April 21st video. If you guys are curious, card to one of these two corners, I always get mixed up. For the previous video, you guys go watch that to kind of get caught up. But not in this video, we're going to be finishing anhydrous tanks and full sending it with the chisel.
There's Brian, he's off in the distance right now. He's got probably about 6-7 more passes left of that field. And then he's gonna move over, like I said, to that 110 acre piece there. So I'm gonna bring him this tank, and then my dad's gonna take care of him for the rest. And I'm actually hopefully gonna go ahead and hop in our big horse, our 510 horsepower MT865B Cat Challenger tractor 2-track, and our Will Witch chisel. And I'm gonna hopefully start chiseling is what I'm hoping for. Neighbors are doing some dozing work.
Okay, there's Pat going in with the 340 toolbar in the tank. He's going to head up and go up top of that hill there. This west hill is going to be beans this year, corn over here, turkeys everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up to the bottom of the hill, and I'm going to let him come down and take this bad boy up, because I just don't trust myself going around that corner up there because it's pretty steep going up.
I'm just down here at a local farm sever, Hartung. They kind of do all of our anhydrous and fertilizer for us. They supply the anhydrous for us, and they supply and apply the fertilizer that we need for our crops. So almost filled up, and once I'm filled up, I'll drop this off for Brian. Then I'm hopefully gonna go chisel. Just got done with Davenport, and I see Brian go down the road. So he just got done with the Marvin field. Now he's heading to the McDonald field. That's exactly where I'm heading for the tank too. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna park this tank where he's gonna already go, or over there where he already parked the second one. Not sure yet. But here he goes. Kind of see that white gas? Anhydrous expands very quickly once it reaches the atmosphere. I think I'm just going to pull in right here. 110 acres we got to do here. It's a larger field, one of the larger fields for us. Alrighty, so I am hooking Brian up right now because he just got an empty anhydrous tank. So I'm going to take that one up to Eberhardt's, and he's going to hook onto this one and run. Now I'm going to hook onto mine, the empty, and take that up to Eberhardt's. Get it filled up again and rinse and repeat. At least my dad is. I'm going to go start chiseling. Successful switch. That was pretty quick. It helps having two people, but that anhydrous bar's got an extendable hitch where he can do it by himself. It's just a little bit more tricky. Let's put my seatbelt on and let's get moving. Goal is always to have a tank on the bar, a full tank sitting in the field, that way he's never waiting, and then another tank in transport.
Okay, we're heading down the hill. It's a steep hill. Got an empty tank. I'll go back and get that filled up, and we'll go over to the Zymet farm and drop this off, come back up, get that tank, go get that filled up, and I should be done. I'm hoping might be done, maybe, I don't know. It's a beautiful day. It was snowing a little bit. I wish I had the camera on. Bumpity bump, bumpity bump. One of my buddies that hunts out here puts up a little decorative for me. Let me know how he did. Looks like he found a shed too. That's a turkey my buddy Scotty Gritters got. So I must have found a shed somewhere along the line and set up a little decorative memorial for him. But he got him up there in that field up there in the west. So tomorrow is Thursday. My wife and I are going to go out. We're going to go up on top of this hill here in my little blind. We'll be up top. So it'll be a nice little walk in, but she always wanted to go, so tomorrow's not going to be too bad. It's going to be about 57, so we're going to head up there and see what we can do. Spend about 3-4 hours up there. We both get off work about 3, so we'll get up there about 3:30, quarter to 4, so about a 45-minute walk. Because it's all straight uphill. I love that again. I'm heading to Preston, Iowa to Eberhardt's to get this tank filled.
Brian's got full tank there, full tank here, and he's got probably half a tank on him right now. He's just doing his second outside round. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this tank and basically wait for Pat to give me the go-ahead to head down to Long's and start chiseling. Tank's unhooked. A chiseled field is very rough to drive across. It's not a lot of fun. Can't imagine doing it in a tractor day in and day out like Brian and Pat have to. when I'm talking about putting on anhydrous, you can kind of see we usually put anhydrous on our chiseled ground or on our corn on corn ground, which is chiseled, and we put anhydrous on our corn on bean ground. You can kind of see how bumpy it is. Anyway, we're good to go. Let's head back to the farm. Back at the farm, actually probably gonna go ahead, pull the sprayer out of the shop real quick, fill it up with fuel, and then pull it back in, just because, I don't know, I really don't have much to do right now. Kind of see, like I said, this is the end cap that broke. You can kind of see every single one of these spray pipes have an end cap, and for some reason just this one and this one busted off. I'm guessing what the issue was is when I ran antifreeze through this, I only run about 30 gallons of antifreeze through the sprayer. So I've tried to basically shut off the center section and not spray it out on the ground sooner rather than the outside, because you got to get antifreeze all the way from the tank all the way out the entire boom, which is 50 feet on each side. So in order to have enough antifreeze, and while you're doing that, you're constantly dumping antifreeze out. So I shut the center sections off. Well, I probably shut the center section off just a little too soon. There's probably water that sat right in here and cracked the fitting over the winter. So it is what it is. What do you do? But I am gonna go ahead, pull the sprayer out, go fill it up with fuel, and bring it back in. Man, this sprayer needs a bath. It makes me sick looking at it. I'll give her a good rinse off this weekend probably. I think what my plan is, I'm gonna come up to the farm tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. So we'll get some stuff done, but I'm, like I said, putting some fuel in the sprayer right now just to get that fueled up, and I'll pull it back into the shop. Then I'm actually gonna hop in the red truck, head down south, and we're gonna start chiseling. We're gonna finish, we got 2 fields to finish up there, then we're gonna head north and chisel up here, depending on how late we get, or how late it gets. All right, spray's filled up with fuel. You got the memory card. It's got some memory card issues that Ryan Heilig is gonna help me figure out from Kunal Implement. Now I'm gonna go grab me a bottle of water or 2. We're gonna take the fuel truck down to the Cat Challenger with the chisel. We're gonna start chiseling. Got me a Pepsi too. I usually don't drink pop on rare occasions, except when long nights are ahead of you at field work. So let's get moving. Got a couple hours of chiseling to do. Let's head down to Longs. See you guys down there.
Grabbing a tank quick here from Everhart's. John's hooking me up. See you in a bit. We're gonna leave Everhart's, go back and drop this off. Come back and pick that tank up there that they're filling now, and then we will drop that one off at Simon's. Head to Bellevue, grab another tank, fill it up, and take it back to Brian. Life is good, guys and gals. Life is good. Who can I say hi to today? I did talk to Ronald quite a bit. He's down chiseling at the Long Farm. Gotta get that done. It did snow today too up in Bellevue for about 30 seconds. White stuff. 21st of April. A lot of people working, a lot of people in the fields. 'Tis the season, so see you later.
All right, let's check the oil on this thing. Got fuel coming in it, so let's check the oil. Little on the low side, we'll have to add some tomorrow. I shouldn't say on the low side, it's on right at the add line. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Feel the power. 510 horsepower. Let's go check bearings and stuff. Check points and lower the toolbar, then we'll check bearings on the wheels. And good thing about fuel is right at a quarter tank, or a little under a quarter. Right now I'm just going through looking at points, seeing if there's any worn, if any broken off, kind of like this one was broke off for a while. We can flip it. The nice thing about chisel points is they make them where they're flippable to reversible, I should say. So I'm just going through and seeing if there's any that are broken, which I don't see any. So that's good. There's one that's chipped off in the center, but I think it'll be fine. Awesome. All right, now I'll set the toolbar down, or set the chisel down. Now I can feel the wheels, check and see if the bearings are still good. See if there's any side-to-side rock in it. There we go. Time to get it rolling. We got stuff to chisel. It's 5:30. I don't think I'm going to get it all done, but we will see. Tell you what though, these old door latches are terrible. Finally got it.
Still got a tank behind me. I sleep at night and I got a tank behind me, I think. Jeepers. Anyway, I'm heading to the Zyment farm now. Got Brian caught up. He's got a couple tanks down there, so I'll go over to Zyment's through Spragueville right up here. Take a left, go up to Zyment Farm, drop this off. Just about got her whooped here. It is fun. It is real.
Got a half tank of fuel. We're ready to roll. Let's get her going. I got 2 fields to do, a 14-acre field and like a 30-acre field. I think I can do about 10 acres an hour with this thing, so I don't know if I'll get it all done tonight, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and get as much done as possible. So big thanks to Ag Leader. They sent me a big old goodie bag full of pre-planting stuff, so I do appreciate that, Ag Leader. But now we're driving through what's called our field east of corn crib, because it's east of a corn crib, and this is all going to be beans next year, so we're not gonna chisel it. But that corn stubble you see over there, that is going to be corn on corn. So we're gonna plant corn into corn stubble, last year's corns, or corn on corn. And in order to do that, our practice around here is to chisel it, so to really stir around the residue and get it all mixed up so we can soil finish it and plant corn next year. So that's what I'm gonna go do. Let's go. So I just made it through the little tube crossing right there. So I just made it through, so I'm gonna go ahead and unfold because I'm right here and you can kind of see it's a little weedy. So let's get her going, see if we can get this done before dark. We're chiseling. Sweet. The big hoss is rolling. I gotta pay attention. It's my first round doing this all year.
Okay, I made it up to the Zyment Farm. Gotta open these gates. I'll pull this tank out into this bean field here. Okay, we got the gates open. Nice pond down there. Looks like there's a couple ducks on there. Way down there. So we'll pull this tank out into the field here. Then we'll run up to Bellevue. Grab a tank, bring it down, fill it up. Big rock. Okay, let's dump this tank. Keep it going. Just dropped off the tank. Now we're gonna go by Gavin's house. Hi Gavin, how you doing, buddy? Hope everything's going good with you. I'll see you guys in the field, Gavin. Where you at? Can't see you. I see a bunch of tanks. Don't see equipment going though.
So here's what we're doing. We got, see all these weeds right here? Part of the reason why we're chiseling this right now is because we got a weed problem. So if we till it up, that's the best form of weed management. You guys got smacked at the GoPro. But we're also, like I said, tilling this up because we need this corn on, this is gonna be corn on corn ground, and we find in our area the best way to maximize the yields is to basically break up that compaction from last year's crop, to bust up that manure, that residue I should say. And the best way to do that is to chisel it from what we have found. Now, I'm not saying we're not looking at other methods like a vertical tillage or anything like that, but for right now, this is what works for us. This is our hillier, one of our hillier farms. So you're gonna see this tractor be brought to its knees. Full throttle, 10th mile an hour, 1300 RPM, gotta raise it up a smidge. Otherwise she wasn't gonna make it. Pull, baby. Cat C18, giving her 1400 RPM, just lugging it. Full power. And this is why we have this big a tractor on this small a chisel, guys. Because honestly, we could use a 600 horsepower tractor in some of the ground that we farm.
Okay, I'm in the Bellevue farm. This is my big hollow. Got the tank hooked up. Head to Preston, filled up. A lot of windshield time.
Ah, look at all those weeds. Don't like it. Die. Die weeds. That's where music has to stop. Wait, shoot. Dang, copyright again. Can't forget that. Anyway, we're rolling hard on this corn stubble ground. This cat has a ton of power, but not enough, like I said. But we're still going, we're making the most of it. About 2/3 done with this piece, but I got one more piece to do.
There's notes on my phone instead of writing you. Ooh, ooh. moments are no ghosts in my mind, but they're bright and blue and blue and blue. And 10 years down the road, I'll still be sitting on the floor, writing about you, writing about you. Lines about midnight car rides and the color of your eyes. Thinking about you, thinking about you. Take a shower to find feelings again. No, I can't get it out of my head. Ain't gonna lie, I kinda like the rush. Your mind was on fire, no eyes ever watched. Now you're searching for a different kind of high, getting drunk on somebody else's lines. They come to me in words, no, I can help it. Should probably just leave it, but I can help it. And 10 years down the road, I'll still be sitting on the floor, writing about you, writing about you. Lines about midnight car rides and the color of your eyes. Thinking about you, thinking about you. Take a shower to find feelings again. No, I can't get it out of my head. Take a shower to find feelings again. No, I can't get it out of my head. Yeah, here's to the pretty guys that went inside your beds, to the really witty guys that went inside your heads. So vivid, still feel it when I think about it. So vivid, still feel it when I think about it. And 10 years down the road, I'll still be sitting on the floor, writing about you, writing about you. Ain't gonna lie, I kinda like the rush. Your mind was on fire, no eyes ever watched. Now you're searching for a different kind of high, getting drunk on somebody else's lines. They come to me in words, no, I can help it. Should probably just leave it, but I can help it. And 10 years down the road, I'll still be sitting on the floor, writing about you, writing about you. Lines about midnight car rides and the color of your eyes. Thinking about you, thinking about you. Take lines about midnight car rides and the color of your eyes. Thinking about you, thinking about you. Take a shower to find feelings again. No, I can't get it out of my head. Yeah.
You know what's really hard to do? Fly a drone, run the hydraulics, steer. Very, very hard. Because look, she's just lugging. And yes, for those of you guys who wonder, I usually drive manually and fly the drone. Only on rare occasions when I fly the drone and I have a track that has GPS or a sprayer. So yeah, I'm triple tasking. Talking to you guys, flying the drone, and actually farming. So I hope you guys appreciate that. Drop a like button if you guys don't mind for my triple tasking. And be sure to subscribe while you're down there. We're rolling strong. Voice is almost shot. But I just about got this piece whipped. Probably got 2 more passes. I'm gonna start my 2 outside rounds. And then maybe go to the next one, we'll see. There's the trees that we fell. Makes it much easier to chisel, let me tell you that. Get nice and close to that timber. So how this tractor steers is just like a skid steer. Basically, turn left a little bit, it turns you a lot. Turn right a little bit, it turns you a lot. And everything other than that, other than the steering aspect, it drives just like a normal tractor. It's a regular power shift, gear up, gear down, throttle. Pretty simple tractor to drive. It's actually really fun to drive. I don't get to do it enough, that's for sure. So on the last outside round. All right, we're in the next field. It's a short little 11 to 12 acre field, so hopefully I'll get that done. And first time of the year, we're gonna play the light game with the neighbor over there putting on anhydrous. Bring it on. There's the neighbor right there. Case IH Magnum, putting on anhydrous or worm gas. Let's see who's gonna win the light game. Oh, I wish I had auto steer in this tractor. 3 passes, and I already got a wave. Ugh. Maybe someday. It's getting dark on me. A little hard to see, but my neighbor's still right there. I can't tell if he quit or not, or if he's just switching tanks, but I can't turn on the lights until he does. I just can't. I refuse. Dang it, It's still a tight race between me and my neighbor. Who's gonna turn the lights on first? World may never know, because he's leaving. Bye. All right, I better turn the lights on. The GoPro time lapse can't see. There we go. About another half hour, I'm thinking, then I'll be done. So doing that timber line, card right here to the video where we actually thin these trees up. It's working pretty good. Just finished this field, so now I'm gonna fold up, head back, and one more pass left on that last field. Fold up and call her a night. All done. Voice is done too. Oof. So let's go ahead and take this over to the edge of the field, fold it up. Alrighty, there we are. All the GoPros are dead except for this one, so I apologize for the mic and noise. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this cat challenger down, because I let it cool off for about 5 minutes while I packed up the cab and everything. So let's shut her down. Solid convenience lights, especially for this. I believe this tractor's a 2008, so I appreciate that it has exit lights. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this pickup home. Actually take it home instead of back to the farm, because I'll be back up to the farm tomorrow. So I'm gonna get moving. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You guys can't see me at Hartung Family Farms. And of course, guys, as always, ta-ta for now, and pray my voice comes back. Spring is here, guys. Let's get going. You're gonna want to subscribe to stay tuned. See ya.